Alright, here we are. We are in Thailand. We're going to do a little live stream here. So basically in Koh Phangan, I'll show you where I am. I've got a bunch of kids that put a bum rush the live stream, you know. That's why we'll roll with it. This is Koh Phangan, this is Tong Sala, and in the food court, just had some rice. Actually had fruit smoothies first, and then had some chana dal rice, oil-free, vegan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here in Tong Sala. This is Koh Phangan, Thailand. And it's a very good place. So if you do, this is another one of durianrider's cult hangouts. We've got Chiang Mai, we have Chanaburi, we have Rayong, we also have Koh Phangan, Thailand. A great place if you're into fruit and that sort of style of living, cycling, things like that. Very, very good. I do have here a bit of sun protection on the sky. You can sort of see the sky's very deceiving, but very easy to get by. I'm quite a fair-skinned fellow, and so I use this as a bit of sun protection there. So yeah, so that's the deal. That's the deal. Durianrider, you are the greatest. Give me a shout out. Thoughts on oxy. The first question is thoughts on oxycodone. I think if you have some severe pain thing going on in your life, where you have some sort of injury, then yeah, painkillers have a place for sure. I would recommend though that you look for ways to have a natural sort of pain healing, things like that, meditation, music, sex. A lot of other things you can use for painkillers. And if you're going to use any painkillers, don't use what you prescribed. Use less than that or a tenth of that. I was prescribed some, had really bad asthma at the start of the year with the cats, the 5 cats, and I'm hideously allergic to cat fur, cat saliva. And so there's one point where I'm like, I can't live here anymore. What am I going to do? I need to do something. So I was using Ventolin puffer, which is a steroid, doesn't steroids in general, the Ventolin puffers. Salbutamol, which is banned in some sports. So I was using that, and that would help, but then I was like, it would come back. And they got to a point where the salbutamol didn't work. And so I went to a doctor, I'll Google it up first, and someone said, take prednisone, which is another banned steroid. And it's it's a very strong, powerful steroid. And the doctor said, you know, take 30 milligrams a day, whatever. I took 5 milligrams a day, and I could feel that. I was like fucking Superman. You know, I was like, wow, no wonder no wonder Cookie Man's using something like this. This shit's hardcore. And so I took a lot less than was recommended, a lot less than was prescribed per day, and it only took a couple of days. When it would flare up, I'd take like half a tablet. But I looked at the dosages they're recommending people take, and it's like, fuck, man, it's crazy. So if you're gonna take anything, take less. Do your homework. What's the cheapest apartment you've seen there? I mean, just here. You could, look, let's go for a walk. Let's walk and talk. Let's walk and talk. You can live so cheap here in Thailand, man. The cheapest is free. You sleep on the fucking beach, man. Alright, and then we've got an apartment over here. In one of these little places here. This would be like, it's gonna be like maybe $30, $50 a month, man. You know? Maybe. Depends on what clothing you wear. If you turn up to dress like a bum, they'll charge you less. If you look like you got money, like me, then they'll charge you more. So that's the deal here. So it's $30. Actually, no, scrap that. For free, you sleep on the beach. I mean, I've slept on the beach in Thailand. It is amazing, man. It's amazing. You know, sleep on the beach is fantastic. So you don't need any money for accommodation in Thailand if you want to camp out. Bikepacking life, baby. Bikepacking life. That's the deal. So yeah, that's the deal. That is the deal, yeah. So yeah, it looks amazing. 6-pack tips. Do you want a 6-pack for summer, or do you want to be lean for life? You know, do you want to get a steroid-looking body, which is fine, but understand what a steroid body looks like, and you know, how it's not attainable without that sort of stuff. So it depends. Like, you know, look at my videos on 6-packs. I've got a 6-pack all year long. You know. But it varies again. It still varies in level. Sometimes it's like shredded. I can see my pulse in my abs, and sometimes it's like more of a 4-pack sort of thing. And that's fine. It's just the natural variations of the body. Thoughts on desk jobs and desk jobs and health. I myself work as a desk job person. You know, do I eat bread? Yes, I do. Vegan. If it's vegan, I will fucking eat it. If it's low-fat vegan, I will fucking eat it. That's just the reality right there. That's what I'll do. 100%. I'm going to get this car. How's the wind? Is the wind audio alright? I've got no stims in my body right now, by the way. This is just natural, pepped up durianrider. Pick up a spider. There's not many spiders around here for some reason. I'm really feeling that vibe, the spider vibe. Would you get dental work in... I've had crowns done in Thailand for sure. I mean, so many celebrities come to Thailand because the dentists are really experienced, and it's just a good place to be. Do your homework, do some reviews, ask the dentist, get some experience. A lot of dentists don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just because you went to university and now you're a dentist doesn't mean shit. I mean, I know dentists have been dentists for 20 years. I'm like, you're a fucking dentist? Really? Fuck, man. You're fucking horrendous at your job. Seriously, you're a dentist? Fucking hell, mate. How the fuck did you get that job? But anyone can be a dentist. Just because someone's a dentist doesn't mean they're any good at it. How bad desk jobs for health? Get up regularly. Sort of up. Get up regularly and move your body around. What do you use if you want to fry or saute rice? I rarely cook. I use a rice cooker. Use rice cooker, rice, vegetable, soy sauce. 3 ingredients. Rice, vegetable, soy sauce. That's it. Put some sugar in there. 4th ingredient. Eat simple. Do you want results or do you want excuses? Do you want results or do you want delays? Some people are like, this is exciting. I want more. I'm entitled. My mummy made this for me. Like, come on, fucking quit with that bullshit, man. Do you want results in life? Oh, but is the fucking worst word ever. But I want that. But I have to do this. I have to work. I don't want to do that. Okay, you're cool. Sleeping on the beach, aren't you worried about theft? Man, I've had nothing ever stolen from me in Thailand, alright? I wouldn't go and sleep on Had Rin at the full moon party and have my wallet laying there and expect the English or the Aussie or the Russian or the Chinese tourists not to steal that, alright? They're probably gonna. But the Thais, man, if you're out of the drugs, if there's drugs being sold around there, it could be a little bit because when people take drugs, meth and shit and yabba, they're a little bit ting-tong. So if you're in the country areas where, you know, you're fine as, man. You're fine as. Fine as. Rent is cheap as chips. I've slept on so many beaches in Thailand. It's fine. It's not a hassle at all. Zone 2 versus sweet spot. What is even sweet spot? What is even zone 2? What does that even mean day to day? These are just words that I use occasionally when I'm trolling. That mean really fuck all because your sweet spot today or in 2 hours is going to vary. You know, what if you run out of carbohydrate and water? What if you're on caffeine or prednisone? What if you take an EPO like Cookie Man? All these things change so much. They change so much. So it's, you know, what's your goal? What's the goal? Zone 2 versus sweet spot. Fair question, but it's very vague because it's like saying Thailand or Russia. What's your goal? What's your goal? I'm still in Koh Phangan. I recommend it, yes. Yes. Beer and chips are vegan. They are indeed. Rugby players natty. Again, which rugby player? Which rugby player? I could go and play rugby tomorrow. And I'm natty, sort of. You know, like it depends on which rugby player. Alright, in life, there's 2 words. There's subjective, which means I'm going to go on a holiday. Subjective description. Objective description means I'm going on a holiday on a June 22nd. I'm traveling from Adelaide to Thailand. I return August 23rd from Bangkok back into Sydney. That's objective. So when you say such and such, blah, 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 I can answer your question objectively if you give me more objective information. I love answering questions. But the more objective you can ask me, the better, more objective answer you will get. How do you breathe in running? In sync with your steps, just breathe. Nah, because your cadence... Nah, it's going to be different because your cadence is going to be at 90 the whole time. And so if you're doing 90 breathing rate at 90 RPM, when you're doing like a slow jog, that's not going to work. You're going to hyperventilate. So just let your body breathe. Just let your body breathe and keep it 90 cadence ideally. All right. Dr. Clapper said barbecue sauce ain't healthy because the white sugar triggers autoimmune symptoms. What do you think? Dr. Clapper's a clapper. You know what I mean? Like, why are we listening to these people who would struggle to run around the block at pace? But we can't eat barbecue sauce now. So Gregor says we can't eat rice. And then he says eat more broccoli than quinoa. And now Clapper's saying you can't have barbecue sauce because the white sugar in it might trigger your more autoimmune symptoms. Like these quacks, man. These fucking quacks. Seriously. Some of the shit they say is good, but it's not even what they say, it's what they've parroted off someone else. Has Gregor or Clapper ever coached someone up from obesity to champion? From obese to beast? They haven't. I have. I don't know why. These people only have credibility because they have the words DR in front of the name. If they were just dudes off the street, we'd be like, who is that? We worship people who are called doctors. And I think that's really a bad thing to do, because just because you went to university and showed application of self to get it done with exam times doesn't mean you know what the fuck you're talking about, or the stuff you know you're talking about is actually legit. So yeah, be careful who you listen to out there. Man, if someone says they're a doctor, I don't give a fuck, because I know so many doctors out there who have no clue about nutrition or no clue about training or conditioning. You know? It's crazy. Anyway. How many holes does a straw have? 1 hole, 2 holes. What? Hey, Drew, I'm feeling anxious and a bit depressed. I'm vegan. Do you think I'm undercarbed? I would say it depends. You might be totally carved up, but you might be doing caffeine or certain medications. And if you drink coffee or have too much chocolate, you're gonna have depression and anxiety. If you ever have or know someone who has depression or anxiety, don't give them coffee or chocolate or tea or caffeine or any stimulant, you know, because they'll just trigger it more. Sugar phobia, people have it, drink beer, exactly, it's crazy. Where is Figsy? I don't know. Freely banned me from Figsy from years ago, so I don't know. Freely doesn't answer those questions. If you ask Freely where Figsy is, she'll most likely block you. And I think that's sad when you want to be seen as a real person. This is not hate, this is honesty here. It's like me, like people, they ask me real questions, I will fucking answer them. I'm not going to block you or delete you if you ask me a straight up question about blah, 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 you know? That's just only fair. If you're going to put yourself up as a real person, a queen or king of receipts, real talk, then you should accept that when people ask you real questions. Otherwise, that's fake as fuck. You know, that's like being a fake natty saying, I'm clean, but using gear. That's like, if you're going to be real talk, be real and be honest. People ask you a question, answer it. Or just get off social media, people. So I don't know where Figs is, unfortunately. But, yeah, I don't know. I did see her in a Bonnie Rebecca video last year in the background. Do you think the vegan lifestyle offsets your carbon emissions from flying so often? No, vegan diet doesn't do shit. Having a vasectomy, man, that if we're going to talk about carbon emissions, all this like vegan, oh, vegan's good for this, vegan good for that, yeah, it's great, man. But if you've had a vasectomy and have no kids, think of the real impact that has in terms of carbon footprint decrease. Like my carbon footprint is like smaller than a Nike Next percent. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like I mean, those planes are taken off whether I'm on them or not. All right, I can't go to Bangkok Airport and say, hey guys, can we ground all the planes today? I think we should just. No, those planes are going up in the air, and they're going to go up more and more. And if planes ain't going nowhere, so this whole thing, oh, but you get your planes. Well, I go to, yeah, I do. I don't fucking deny that. I'm not going to say I swam to Thailand. The planes are taking off with durianriddles on there. People aren't going to be selling meat if no one's fucking buying it. And I understand the world's never going to go vegan because obese people and just meathead people, oh, I've got to have a mistake. They love it too much. We're having a debate about the Amazon the other day, and this guy's like, you know, like, but rice though, but soy though, but it's like, well, we need to eat plants. We don't need to eat meat. He's like, oh, you're right, but I love beef though. And I'm like, so you're willing to have Amazon burned down for your beef love? And he's like, well, I guess. It tastes good, mate. Juicy T-bone steak. Go carnivore. And that's what we live in, man. So this whole thing about, durianrider, you fly on planes and your bicycle's made of carbon fiber, you can repair carbon, all right? You can repair it often. So the carbon fiber bikes are the strongest bikes ever, unless you smash them in the back of a wall or a car. I've never actually seen, in 20 years riding, I've never seen a pair of carbon frame fail from riding. I've seen it from crashing for sure, but you can fix them up most of the time. Alloy titanium, ain't fixing that up. That's going straight to the recycling bin. So carbon can be repaired again and again and again. The thing is, carbon doesn't break. Carbon has an infinite fatigue life. What happens though is people clamp shit too tight, and that cracks the carbon, and then you have to get it fixed. Anyway, there's no discussion really about, I mean, the discussion about carbon bikes, vegan, flying in planes, driving Ferraris is moot point when it comes to having a vasectomy. And the human population is the issue that's going on here, all right? Like, We're never going to go vegan. We're not going to stop flying in planes. And we're not going to stop breeding, all right? But if we're going to have that discussion, what is going to be the biggest impact? We all know that 82 million births per year, you know, the population raises 82 million a year approximately. So if you could put a pause on that, can you imagine how much the environment would be better? So yeah. Anyway, that's probably a lot of people over the top of their head, like, oh my God, I'm unsubscribing, this is too much real talk for me. I want to just lose weight and look fit at the beach. Okay, keep listening then. So yeah, have I tried sweet kangaroo? Yeah, man, I've eaten everything vegan in Thailand. Sweet, sticky mango rice pudding. How to train run a marathon at the end of October? Just start walking marathons. You know, start today. Go and walk 1K, and then go and walk 2K, and then we can walk 42K. Go run 1K, again, then go run 2K, and just build it up day by day by day. You know, and get some shoes like these. Get these Nike Next Percent, best shoes on the planet right now. Get them. Not cheap, but I mean, try them on, see if you like them. I love them. Next Percent, the Vaporfly 4%, Ultra Escalante, 3 top shoes ever. This in 2019. How to deal with nasty people? Best thing we do with nasty people is not be one, and just troll them, have fun with them, banter, move on. Move on. Who's going to win the Velter? I would say someone from a Team Astana, and then I would say second would be Jumbo Visma, and then someone from UAE. That's my pick. We'll do some videos about that. Do you think Chris Froome will come stronger, or is this the end? I would say with the Team Sky track record, they can turn anyone into anything, and so I would say that, yeah, Chris Froome could come back and win number 5 Tour de France. Who knows? Team Sky, they change riders forever for the better, so they can do anything. Renting, buying a house in Thailand, cheap as chips. Why would you even want to buy something here? Just rent it. 20, 30, 50 bucks a month. You know what I mean? Sleep on the beach. Why sleep on the beaches, man? Sleep on the beaches. I sleep on the beaches. What's wrong with sleep on the beaches? You know? Fucking hell. I sleep in the forest. I've done that so many times here. Opinion on Di2. I rate it. To tell it fucks up and then it's frustrating. I wouldn't travel with Di2. You know? It's like, what if you crash your derailleur or a dog runs out and you snap your derailleur? It's game over. Game over. When did I start riding? 1986. Do I miss vegan junk food there? There's plenty. There's vegan junk food everywhere. Go to 7-Eleven. There's corn chips. There's potato chips. Easy. What do I eat after a run on the bike? Carbs. Carbs. Fruit, rice, sugar, water. Fruit. Fruit first, starches later. Opinion to aero versus climbing frames and amateur. As a CEO of Pragma Bikes, myself, as a CEO of a bicycle company now, as a successful startup bike company, I would say my bikes have sold more than any other brand this year as in terms of startup. And in my honest opinion, aero bikes are total fucking, not a scam, but a semi-scam. Total overkill bullshit. Alright? And I'll sell them. If you want an aero bike, I can sell you one. I have an aero bike. An aero bike is bullshit though. You're not going to go faster because your bike is more aero. Your frame's more aero. No one's getting dropped or loses a sprint because their downshoe was like 17% less aero than last year model. Like, there was some muppet the other day on Facebook telling me that his Cervelo S5 is 7 miles an hour faster in a sprint than his R5. And I'm like, bro, get your fucking hand off it, man. 7 miles, that's insane difference. So yeah, get a climbing bike, lightweight bike always. Hottie over there, get a number. Good tap, no way on. Best type of sunscreen, this. Stuff like that, cover up, man, cover up. Is circumcision, man, why are we doing that? We're doing some crazy shit in the planet, why are we doing that, man? Why are we doing that? When we're back to Salop Street, I'm not sure, later in the year. Should I buy a Fairlight Steel or Specialized? I'd ride both. Just ride both bikes, man. I'm a big fan in life of test ride, then decide. Test ride a lightweight carbon bike, and then test ride your steel bike, alright? If you want to test ride one of my bikes, just go and ride a Cannondale Super 6 Evo, and the same geometry, or a Merida Sculptura CF4 or CF5, same geo, alright? With some bling stuff on it, that's what my bikes ride like. For pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. If you want to know about aero, watch Hambini. He exposes the marketing BS. I agree. I load up on mayonnaise before marathon. Good work. Load up on, I hope you compete against me in the marathon. Load up on mayonnaise. Load up on anything you want. And do the test. Which inhibits performance or which allows you to perform better. Alright, so do the experiments, man. Like, you can listen to me when it comes to safety, but if you want to do dietary experiments for a race or something, do it, for sure. There's nothing like failing on your own advice and go, shit, that was actually pretty dumb, to learn something, you know, the hard way. But when it comes to safety, you don't want to be in hospital with broken bones and missing out riding the bikes for months. Just because you didn't want to listen to Harley, when Harley said don't race, you're like, oh, no, I don't care. I'm going to race, I'm going to break my pelvis, break my leg, break my shoulder, have scars for life, just because I didn't want to listen to Harley. That isn't a good win. $50 in a plastic trophy, ain't worth it. I think you're somewhat of a psychopath. I think you're right. We're in Thailand right now. I'm in Koh Phangan, Thailand. People saying carbs make you fat makes me crazy. Get used to it. High carbers with type 1 diabetes. Yeah, go check out Robbie Barbaro. Robbie Barbaro. Fat versus carbs for fueling for endurance stuff. Dan Plews is doing some interesting. I don't know who Dan Plews is, but if Dan Plews is saying that fat is better for endurance, then get Dan to turn up to Chiang Mai and we'll race Doi Intanon 5 times in a row. He can be in ketosis, I'll be carved up, and we'll put $50,000 US prize money on the table and we'll see what is better, fat versus carbs. Because I myself am a weekend warrior and Dan Plews sounds like a weekend warrior. I've never heard of him. So you're going to have 2 weekend warriors, one on fat, one on carbs, racing up Doi Intanon 5 times in a row, and we'll see who works the best. All right, let's do that. $50,000 prize money. Spread the message. Pete Jacobs bailed out on that. He's like, I'll race your Harley. And I said, let's do it. He's like, ghosted. So yeah, there's low carb frauds out there talking absolute nonsense. It's hilarious. Just hilarious. Do I recommend food before or after workout? Both. Eat before you go out, man. Have a piece of fruit and a banana. So a banana or a date or a piece of fruit and a cup of water. Get out there. Never train fast. I did a video about this recently. I repeat myself again and again for the last 11 years on YouTube. You know, this is the same. Every day I wake up, it's just Groundhog Day. I do the same shit every day on the internet. Don't do faster training. Unless you want to store more belly fat. You want to have a little insulin belly? Then do faster training. And you'll see there's people on the Instagram and the YouTube doing steroids and lying about it and say, yeah, I got these results because of fasted training. It's not, because you're fucking injecting steroids in your butt and taking Anavar pills and calorie restriction, and then you recycle all these old videos. You don't look like that today, or you won't look like this next year. So yeah, simple as that. There's so many fake natties out there. So many fake natties out there, and it just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I've got nothing wrong with people taking gear. I've taken gear myself, blah, blah, blah. But when you're going to take gear and get insane results, and then you're going to tell some noobs, hey, man, if you buy my intermittent fasting, or my pea protein, or my whey protein, you can get these results too. That's bullshit, man. You're a fucking fraud. You're a fraud. You sexually harass any more women? Mate, I get sexually harassed every day. Look at the women in my life, bro, and look at the women in your life. Alright? Simple as that. Simple as that. Why do hot young women flock to durianrider? That's another video. Get it, copy my ebook coming out soon. That's going to be the game changer. Because people are like, you're scrawny, you're skinny, you're an old man, you look ugly, you're haggard, you're late. How do you get these hot chicks? It's not fair. It's not fair. Durianrider always has the hottest girlfriends on YouTube ever. That's just bullshit. I don't understand. They must be his sister. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's hilarious. Have you taken steroids? What's your experience? I've taken many different types, always small dosages, never really long term. You can tell because one, my body is like pretty much the same all the time. You're never going to watch a video and go, holy fuck, what happened to Harley? You know? And you'll never see me performances on the bike going, holy shit, Harley's doing 450 watts up Norton Summit. If someone's doing 450 watts up Norton Summit and looking bone skinny, they are on EPO and prednisone and all other shit. That's just how it is. So all my results, 100% natty, and natty attainable. But I've definitely taken gear. I've done many videos about it. So yeah. My experience with steroids is that they fucking work insane, and it's crazy, man. And how cheap they are. So cheap for real stuff, if you know where to go. It's crazy. Crazy. How can I lean out? Get my ebooks, carb the fuck up, get the latest versions, free updates, durianrider.com. Get lean for life. Eat like an athlete, look like an athlete, drug free. Do it. Don't get scammed by these fake natty athletics crew. So yeah. When can we expect Pragma Fly running shoes? That's a good one. That's funny. That's funny. Maybe, who knows what's out there in China? Who knows? Don't carbs make you fat if you don't exercise? Well, I think of all the Thai women and Filipino women out there, and the Thai men and the Filipino guys out there who don't do any exercise other than jump on their motorbike and ride to work and sit down all day and do customer service, and they're lean and slim and they eat white rice 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. Where is my obesity? Because I don't train that much. Where's my obesity? The real key to succeeding is to eat the person you want to be like. That's true. Fat makes you lean when you eat fat. Imagine this disappears and doesn't get stored as body fat, I promise. True. It's true. It's true. Are you going to sell all your components to assemble your bikes eventually? No, because I want people to have the joy of going on the hunt on Facebook Marketplace for a 10-speed SRAM red group set that's almost brand new, that some banker, surgeon, dentist, psychotherapist bought, but now they're doing a low-carb diet, so they never rode it. You know, I want people to get the hunt going on there. Get the hunt deals. So yeah. Do I have any issues with high-fiber diet initially when curing Crohn's? I had the Crohn's, irritable bowel, whatever you want to call it, colitis, you know, and crap and blood, and the fruit diet, rice, those things just reverse everything, man. This is where it's at. It's where it's at, you know. June and I did a 50k ride this morning, got a 3 KOMs, good work, and a minor place. That's a race, bro, that's a race. Very good. Did I report the bike stealing monkeys to police in Phuket? No, I didn't. The amount of tourism you've created, I can't believe the Thai government doesn't like the red carpet for you. They do in some ways. They do. So yeah, there's a lot of messages on here. How much money did you make a year? I think you're homeless. I am. I sleep in the back of this car. How much money do I make? It's not how much. It doesn't matter how much money I make. It matters how I make my money. I could make billions, not billions. I could make millions ripping off nudes. You know. But it doesn't matter, does it? For me, it's not how much money you fucking make. It's not how many followers you got. It's how well educated your followers become. It's how you make your money. You know? I've got more respect for someone who lives on that little shopping cart, who's doing an honest living, than someone who owns a fucking island because they're scamming people. You know? There's so many scams out there on social media. Feeling guilty for having a rest day and eating a rest day. Any advice? Get over it, mate. Get over your fucking self-entitled bullshit. That sort of like discussion makes me get it all triggered. And like, what are you doing, man? Meanwhile, in Africa, I feel guilty. I had a rest day. I feel guilty for eating. Come on, man. Seriously. Be a fucking adult. Stop being a fucking whatever. You know, seriously. Some of the comments. Not so much the comments, but some of the thoughts people have. Like, what the fuck are you doing in life? Is your life all about, oh my god, I felt guilty for having a rest day. Oh, poor me. Stop being so fucking self-entitled, man. Seriously. Alright? Seriously. Fucking hell. I've been vegan for 3 months now, feeling amazing. Good work, Janelle. Keep carbed up, keep hydrated, keep getting early nights. Do it. It looks like you're going to blow up a bike shop, that hat. It's a bit of a psycho hat, isn't it? A bit of a psycho hat. Alright, so we've got do one more question. I'm going to get my meals just ordered up. Alright, here we go. Someone said I get hot pussy because I'm hot. I don't know. Game is very important. Alright, we've got a lot of questions here. Holy heck. I'm going to scroll to the very, very latest question. Any advice against nasal polyps? Just, yeah, do what I'm doing when it comes to diet and lifestyle, man. Simple as that. Simple as that. Beauty skin secret. Just water, man. Water. All right, we're gonna wrap it up now. We're gonna do one more question. I train hard. My VO2 max doesn't change what's going on. VO2 max doesn't mean shit, man. Doesn't mean shit. You can have a VO2 max of 90 and get dropped in the first fucking climb because you're fucking soft in the head. I know a guy who can only do 1 minute 20 Strava segment because he's soft in the head. His power's alright, but he's soft in the head. His VO2 max probably higher than mine, but he's soft in the fucking head. So it doesn't matter what your VO2 max is really, man. You know what I mean? It can be high or low, but if you've got a fucking hard head, you'll do a lot better. Let's say your VO2 max is 100, but you're a soft, entitled little meh, little beta boy. I don't support durianrider. Whatever. Or let's say your VO2 max is 60, but you've got full of gratitude, you're full of beans, you're carved up, you're just fucking ready to pump it. Chances are you're going to kick ass, alright? So it's not about what your VO2 max is. It's about more what's up here as well, man. So remember that. Anyway, thanks for the comments. Quick 30-minute live stream. I'll see you on the road. Take care. Peace. How we end up. I don't even know how to stop this live stream. This button here works. See you again. Thanks for all the support, man. Without you guys, ain't shit.